this evening shows is that every single one counts. Every student is important. And I was very aware when we had the graduation ceremony in the summer that in a sense a lot of Mate's friends graduated, and we felt that we wanted to have a similar kind of ceremony for Mate, for his family and for his friends. This evening the sort of formal part is going to be very, very simple. We're going to have a little a short section where people can get up and if they want to remember Mate, to speak of any memories or anything like that, you're very, very welcome to do so. So I know there are Paul and Stephen who said they would like to, and Celia has. And if anybody else would like to, please do feel free. This is your occasion, in a sense. After we've listened to what people have to say, we'll then do the formal part of the award, and I will invite Stephen up on behalf of the family to receive Mate's certificate at that point. And then afterwards, I'd like to invite you all to sort of hopefully share a drink and have some food with us, and an opportunity to talk to people who knew Mate, and I think that's important as well. Before I invite people up to talk, I'd just like to share with you two of my memories, if you like, of Mate. And the first was a warm September's day. I think it was when Mate was going into his second year, and I was in a student advice surgery in Wells Street on the other side of where we have our buildings. And I remember three students coming to see me together, and it was Mate and it was Paula, and I forget who the third was, but there were three of them. And they were all very excited, and they came to ask me about the year abroad when they were going to travel. And my message to them was, it's far too early to start thinking about that. You'll get your information when you need it. But looking back, what I remember from that occasion is that there was a group of three people who were obviously very happy. They were clearly enjoying each other's company. And they were clearly enjoying their studies at the university. So that's one memory that I have. Another memory, I was very privileged to represent the university at Mate's funeral, along with Manuela. And one of the things that I took away from that is part of the ceremony, which I've never seen before, which is at the end when the family went round and blessed the coffin with water, going in a circle. And I've never seen that done before, but it struck me as a very beautiful kind of symbol. Circles are often a sign of completion, and water of rebirth and new life. So those are my two memories of Mate, and I just wanted to share those with you. I don't know who would like to say something. Stephen, would you like to? Yeah? Okay.
Hi everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank the university for giving us this opportunity. We still recognise Mate as well, even though he couldn't finish his studies. Yeah, it means a lot to us, the family. I remember when Mate got accepted at the uni, it seemed like he was on top of the world. He really liked it here, and very much appreciated the teachers' help and support, and all his friends as well. Also, it meant a lot to him when his teacher Celia and friends visited him in the hospital. It made him really happy. Once again, I'd like to thank the university for this and everyone that has come.
Thank you very much.
Don't have a speech, just hold this. I'd like to thank Paul and I think it's necessary. I think for the family and for us, as you said, as a sign of a cycle, sign of completion. And I have no doubt that Martin would have completed his studies. And it's good that we're all here, and I'm sure wherever he is, he'll be happy. And so basically, well, I'm sure Martin would have been a contribution to not just to the UK, but to the world. And I don't know if many of you know, but at the time, he was being interviewed by the UN. So he was supposed to go to Africa, to Congo. And but yeah, I think he would be doing something to the benefit of the world. And yeah, so hopefully everyone can enjoy themselves and have good memories of Martin. Thank you.
I've taught young people for 40 years, so I've met many young men and young women from all over the world. And I know it sounds like a cliche to say that each one was special, but it is true. Everybody is an individual, and as an individual they've got their own characteristics and features. But there was something special about Máté, and it was his sweetness. It was that smile that he had. And sometimes standing in front of a class and feeling perhaps a bit tired, or feeling rather sort of frustrated because people hadn't read what I had asked them to read. To have Paula there always ready with a question and always ready to fight, and Máté always smiling and always sort of being clearly in his eyes, receiving what one was saying and thinking about what one was saying with interest, was such a comfort. Because many times, you know, you just stand there and you look at students' faces and I say, do they really care what I say? Do they really? I mean, is it really worth the effort? And then so you learn to concentrate in those who clearly in their eyes show that they do care. And Máté certainly was one of those. And it gave me so much pleasure when he and Paula came to see me and to say they wanted to go to Argentina for the year abroad. And I said, well, of course you have to go to Argentina. I mean, what's the point of going to Spain? You know, anybody can go to Spain. It's next door. You just take an easy jet for the weekend. But Argentina is going to be an experience, and it's going to be life-changing. And I know when Máté was at Universidad de Tella, where I've got so many friends, the teachers there enjoy teaching him. And I know he made an incredible contribution to the football team. That sort of thing that I don't really sort of relate to very much, but I do understand that for many people, especially for many young men, things like playing football. And Paula tells me that in fact they always lost, but if anybody, the only one who scored was Máté, so he really made a contribution to the team. So I was really heartbroken when I visited in hospital, but at the same time, my last picture of him was with his immaculate white t-shirt in hospital, his mother holding his hand, and that sweet smile again in his face. And I promised I'd go back. I was going to Buenos Aires and bring back some of the stuff that he had left behind. And then sadly, there was no need for that. And it really, I still remember where I was when I heard from Paula the sad news. And it was terrible. It really was terrible for me. And I felt as a mother for Máté's mother. But I just want you to know that he really was a special boy. I know for every mother, their son, their children are special. But Máté was special. And we always will remember that smile and that sweetness.
Is there anybody else who would like to say a few words? Okay. Well, what I'd like to do, this is the formal part of the evening, and Máté was studying Spanish and international relations, and he enjoyed both those subjects very, very much. And his studies, he worked very, very hard, and he was clearly enjoying them. And it's very unusual for a university to make an award to anybody who doesn't complete their studies. But we felt that this was a very special circumstance, and we have had special permission from the university to make this award to Máté. So I'd like to invite Stephen up to receive it on behalf of the family. Congratulations. Okay. Well, I think we have got some food and drink, and we would very much like everybody to stay and to, to have a chance to talk to you all and to meet our academic colleagues. But once again, thank you all very much for coming, and we will certainly remember Máté at the University of Westminster. Thank you.
So,